Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. I know y'all better had heard that Concrete Series Volume 2. If not, hit DeleteMoss.com, grab that ASAP. Make sure y'all run the numbers all the way up if y'all want to listen to some honorable music. But listen, let me give y'all something here. Everybody online, they're speaking about the McDonald's situation. So I said, damn, let me tap in. Y'all know I ain't really been with the socials real heavy like that, but let me give y'all some understanding. The mother and her father, they know each other more than anything. And I understand that this guy is only a father of one of the children. At the end of the day, a lot of men is going to say, man, listen, I ain't going. They feel like they giving up a little too much to other children. A lot of women are going to say, damn, at the end of the day, she is correct. She's asking, damn, be a man. With that question to me, somebody said, is that being a man not showing up with food for the other children? And I'm going to say this. Let's try to give any man an excuse. And that excuse is maybe he don't have no money at all. Like he's on zero. So he's going to McDonald's and he's getting a Happy Meal or whatever he can get for his. The appropriate thing for him to do when he pull up is jump out. Listen, I don't have a lot for everybody. But what we could do is sit them all down at the table and, we could take these sandwiches and break them down in pieces somehow. See, when you solid, you figure out a way for everybody to eat. You don't just worry about yourself. To me, that's selfish as a man. Now, at the end of the day, when it comes down to her, I'm sure she knows this man very well. And he has showed at a time or another that guess what? I don't care. I'm going to carry it the way I want to carry it. And what I bring is what I bring for mines, and they ain't my kids. So you have dudes that get a jealousy of other men having children by their woman. And that doesn't make any sense if she wasn't a virgin before you. You got to become a man. And usually men, they deal with men accordingly. And this man doesn't have a man to deal with. Had she had a good man in place, she wouldn't have to worry about her children being fed and just one of them being fed. She would have all of them being fed without it being a word or, another mind. But main man, he's expressing who he really is. And, when you're dealing with a kizant like this, you're dealing with a guy with no honor. So we're going to get to snatching his honor, but we're going to get back to baby girl. And we're going to say, baby girl, at the end of the day, you don't got to show your ignorance. Your ignorance is putting yourself out there on social media for the world to see you so you can go viral. You didn't put a little music up on, you really in your act. And at the end of the day, main man, he's trying to figure out how he can get a coin. But homeboy, if you get the coin, make sure you have enough honor to pull up on any child in this world. If you see somebody hungry, especially if you know them, make sure you feed them. It's obvious when she mentioned the stamps that the coins ain't around like that, right? So if the coins ain't around like that, you's a soldier, you say you solid, then you make sure you come through with everybody. I'm not the type of guy to have that type of thing in me where I hate these children because this man birthed these children or had dealings with the woman that you were with or that you had a baby with first. That's clown stuff. See, at the end of the day, real men figure out a way. And if you in good settings or if you in bad settings, or if she had 1,000 kids, at the end of the day, where does your heart lay? You mean to tell me you can go upstairs to your bed at home where you might be single, don't got to really, pay for too much and lay down and sleep well and get up and do your 1-2 every day? I can't see it. I can't see a man having that type of heart, whereas though he like, I ain't even contributing. But when you look at her and you think about not her image or anything like that, I'm talking about how the way she's performing, it's what she wants. It's what she allows. And you'll find a lot of women in these times, they honor the scum more than they honor a solid nigga. And you gotta be a man and say, damn, whenever I show up wherever I go in life, am I going to be a solid man or I'm going to be a weak man? A man that'll sit around, know these children, don't have a serious relationship, but even if you see them and you just waving and you keeping it pushing, if you've been in their lives, you should be trying to figure out how you continue to stay, even if it's on an honorable hello or goodbye. See, real men do real things, but a lot of real men with this real thing, they don't have no honor. See, there was someone in the world would say he's real because he's considering a little penny about a McDonald's meal. He really don't care about his village because if you walking down the street, you see a hungry kid, you feed him. So why aren't these children looked at in the same fashion? But you know, a kid like him, he's seeing the men more. He's more hurt about the fact that she had babies after his. And come on, homeboy. You might have slammed about 1,000 chicks. And you still don't have the understanding of pure honor. Pure honor is being a man all the way around solid. I don't care, whatever the case. You show up with an attitude. You might even can't see your child. But at the end of the day, when you show up with some type of love, man. And make sure that that love is be able to spread around. I don't care if it's $50. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 for 10 kids. She could take that money, go to the Chinese store, whatever the case may be. Buy spring rolls, whatever the name of them joints. Whatever the case, she could figure it out in a better manner. And you can go home and sleep good. Or, you know, you can go back to your woman if you have a woman at home. And she see the honor in you and say, damn, you mean to tell me you took time out and bought her other children food? You a man's man, and baby, I'm going to give you some honor tonight. Solid is solid. You can't go against it. It'll never break. It's not glass. You see, solid is a form of a cloth that none can ever come to, because how can you cling on something solid if you don't have that honorable grip? Think about something solid. It ain't something you can swing on. It ain't something you can grab. It's something that you gotta really have some type of grip, or you're gonna slip. Solid surfaces, falling, or whatever the case may be. But we stand sturdy. So the sturdy ones, we're gonna say, I'm honoring the fact that the world of honor, the people who are coming forth and saying, he's a chrism. He has no honor. I'm honoring their kind, because at the end of the day, their kind have an understanding that we ain't on cornball stuff. He should be rooting for that woman to get a man. Give her the bread and say, damn, you got to find you a man. I don't mind feeding the kids and helping out, but, you know, you got to do something where as though you restore what's going on within you if you can't even, you know, get a little grub before I come. I mean, it's bad enough that I got to travel across town to even bring my son a meal. Why? If I'm not living in that home, and if you're doing what you're supposed to do, there should be a meal prepared. And that's at the end of the day, that's not what we get in our community. We get individuals that's of age. These people probably in their 20s. In 20s, man, my grandmother and them must have had it all when it came down on brains and sense, because at the end of the day, they was on point in their early 30s, brand new home and doing shit correctly. Some people have a vision of what they want to do in life, so they're going to accept everything wrong. You can give them the blueprint, you can give them the plan, you can say, look, don't do it that way. How many people were surviving and really coming off? How many people didn't spend the PUA money? How many people didn't spend all their money? At the end of the day, if you did or if you didn't, have an understanding that there is a set quota that God has allowed for every human being. So you're going to get your dollar, but it's about what you're going to do with it. Baby girl, put your money up. Now that you're viral, start selling shirts. I want my McDonald's. Whatever the case may be, you have to capitalize after the ignorance that was put forth. And the brother, capitalize and make sure you show the world, I'm a different man. I have a heart. I'm not an individual online trying to be cool, sound like I'm thorough. And at the end of the day, you sound like a wimp, because who would want to be face to face with anybody and say, no, she better get her other kids up because I ain't got nothing to do with that. Crumb shit. But like I said, baby girl, you accept it, you're going to keep getting rejected in life. Every time you turn around, it's going to be this one and that one and this one. You're trying to go ahead and get a focus, But that focus will never lock in because the honor ain't there. You're not focusing on what you should have in front of you. You're going for anything. Spread your legs. He say take off, and it's like, oh, everything is smooth. And then when he show up with no McDonald's for the other children, you're like, well, who is he and why this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Come on. Let's get it together. And for the kitten, you know what I'm going to do with him? I'm going to grab him by his neck and throw him in the land of dishonor. I'm going to throw him far because he's the type of individual that might be stuck on Jupiter somewhere, hanging feet, yelling, earn it, give me my honor back. But you can never get it back because you don't even have love for children. King Earner, live and direct.